Good. Okay, yogis. So we have Chris, Candace, Dave, Paul, and Marianne in the studio today, and we have everybody else at home. Good, so let's find a comfortable seat. Sitting however is best for your body, and if that means you're laying down, that is cool too. Settling into your seat, into your body, beginning to find and feel your breath. Watching your breath as it comes into and out of your body, not trying to change or shape the breath, just let it come and go. With each exhalation, allowing the shoulders to soften away from the neck. Release your neck away from your head. Part your teeth, relax your tongue. And just notice what that simple action does to the state of your mind. It doesn't take much to tap into the sense of peace that is always with us, sometimes hovering way in the background, but is always there. And our practice is going to be moving into that sense of peace. And we'll do a yoga practice this morning, and then do a Yoga Nidra practice with the intention of finding peace in the midst of chaos. Finding stillness in action and remaining changeless in the midst of change. Very appropriate right now as things are once again shifting in Maryland and in the country. So important to find that state of peace that is always with us, so that sometimes we forget it's there because of everything swirling around us. Good, and then just gently on an exhale, release your chin towards your heart. Gently blink your eyes open, lift your heads. Good morning. Good morning. Straightening your legs out in front. Let's bring our hands to the top of the right leg. Just let your right leg come back and forth. A little less people in the studio today than last week. Oh my gosh, we had 10 last week in here, Chris.
Wow,
I know.
so amazing.
I know.
Because it had fallen off for a while.
Well, yeah, but it kind of freaked everybody out. We were all like, oh.
Do we wear a mask?
Yeah, what do we do? What do we cut off? Other side, you know, it was so nice out.
Oh, nice.
And so it was perfect because we had all the windows open, we had the fan going.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I was just worried you were going to election again for a call.
No,
People need this right now.
yeah. Cross your right leg over your left, interlace fingers and toes, shake hands with your foot.
Thank you for being willing to do
Oh, yeah.
in person.
Yeah, and you know, if the studio changes and things shut down, I'll probably still come here and teach from here just because it's easier. Oh, hang on a second, somebody's coming in. Oh, Liddy.
Yes, you do all this.
Mhm.
I would quit.
Oh, no. Good, separate your fingers nice and wide, or move your fingers, draw your foot towards you, press your foot away, and then holding your foot, give the toes a little twist and turn. You guys don't realize this is very selfish of me because this feeds my soul just as much as it feeds everybody else's.
Amen, sister.
God.
Truly.
I miss everybody, you know? I'll take it however I can get you. And once you finish working your toes, massage your foot out. Just working your way around your foot. Eventually coming up to the big toe side and little toe side of your foot. Hold your foot and shake your foot out. Let's give the foot a little rub out. And switch over to the other side. Separating fingers nice and wide. Removing your fingers, stretching the top of your foot, and then press your foot away. And then holding your foot, giving a toe or two or three a twist and turn. And once you finish working your toes, massage your foot out. Eventually coming back up to the big toe side and little toe side of your foot. Hold your foot, shake your foot out. And then we'll give the foot a little rub out. And let's go. Good. Find your tennis ball, roll out our feet. Oh. Happy Hanukkah. I think Hanukkah started yesterday?
2 days ago.
2 days ago, yeah. Happy Hanukkah for those of you guys celebrating Hanukkah. Switch over to the other side.
My mom's 91st birthday.
Who? Your mom?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to your mom. Dave's mom turned 91 today. My brother's birthday is today too. Can't remember how old he is. Let's see. I'm 57. He's 55. Good. And then once you roll out your other foot, we'll straighten the legs out in front. Lean to your left, find your right sitting bone. Have a seat on top of your tennis ball and just open up our seat. Shifting back and forth a few times. And then let's come front to back. Oh, yes. Stay nice and heavy into the tennis ball. Don't cheat yourself. Move slow. And then we'll shift back just enough so the tennis ball's in front of your right sitting bone. Straighten your right leg. Bring your hand to the top of your right leg. And let's get the leg moving back and forth. Eventually taking your tennis ball out and having a seat, pausing here, letting everything kind of settle from the shoulder and neck all the way down into your seat, your leg. And let's do the other side. Shifting left to right. And then bend your knees and come front to back. Eventually, gosh, I could stay here all day. Eventually shift you back just enough so your tennis ball is in front of your left sitting bone. Straighten your left leg. Bring your hand to the top of your leg and get the leg moving back and forth. Good, and then release. Have a seat. Maybe coming up on a blanket, and we'll find some movement here. Sweeping arms up, nice deep breath. Inhale. And exhale, lower. A few more. Let's take the left arm up, over to the right. Dynamic movement here, yogis, coming back up to center and take it to the left. Move on your own. Just gonna free flow a little bit this morning, getting nice opening to the body before we move into Nidra. Next time you come over to the right, we'll hold for a few breaths. And now really settle into your seat. Reach your left sitting bone into the floor. Opening up the left side of the body. Don't bring too much tension into your hand. Nice and easy, good. Come on up, take it over to the left. Same thing, connect to the earth. Expanding into your right rib cage. Deep breaths. Come on up. We'll interlace hands and let's reach straight up. Maybe look up. Really filling up your lungs, expanding the rib cage. Deep breath here on an exhale. Release, hands come behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Reach your palms, knuckles straight back behind you. Open up the front of your chest. Draw your shoulder blades together. Big stretch into the heart center. Good, and release. Roll your shoulders out. And then we'll bring our feet to the floor, at least mat width distance apart, and just start to let the legs kind of tick-tock back and forth. A little bit of a twist here. Good, the next time the legs shift over to the right, we'll stay here. I think Marie named this our mermaid pose. You feel like a little mermaid perched up on a rock? I do anyway. How about you, Dave? Merman. Good, bring your right hand to the floor. Float your left arm up. Inhale here, exhale, let's twist to the right. Inhale, open up. And then just keep going. So again, moving with your breath, just coming into a nice twist here. Good, next time you twist over to the right, we're gonna hold. And bringing maybe both hands to the floor, we're still warming up. Your left butt cheek may come up off the blanket, that's okay. Good, so just staying here with both hands to the floor, or maybe bending the elbows and coming deeper in to the twist. Just take your time, we're still warming up. Nice deep breaths. Good, and preparing to come out, float the left arm up, and we'll twist all the way over to the left. And hold here, maybe bringing your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Good, while you're down there, find your left foot, maybe your left ankle with your left hand. Pick up the foot and we're gonna just let the hip kind of swing out a little bit. Keep your foot flexed. Yeah, that's it, Marianne. Warming up the hip. Good, and then we'll bring the foot down in front, same foot, left foot down into the floor. If you've got a strap close by, you may want to use your strap. We're just going to do a little stretch here into the back of the leg. Find some place on your foot, lean back, and start to straighten your left leg. You may not straighten it all the way because the leg is maybe not warmed up. Don't force it. Wherever you are, draw your shoulder blade onto the back of your body, both shoulder blades actually. So we're keeping nice and open in the heart center, chest is lifted, maybe looking up slightly, just shining your heart up towards the sky. And then keep a hold of your left foot, start to bend your knee. We're going to come into another little hip opener, find the outside of your left foot. Bring your hand to your knee, and then again, we're going to just kind of rock back and forth. And there's lots of different ways to do this movement. You can be right here. If the hips are more open, you can be here. Lots of different options, but I'm going to just stay here because it's morning. And I have a mature hip.
I like that.
Yeah. Good, and then release, bring the foot back down, lean back once again, unfold the legs, and we'll just sway back and forth again. Let's take it over to the left now, guys. Shifting the knees over to the left, finding our mermaid asana over here. Or merman asana, thank you, Dave. Floating the right arm up on an exhale, let's twist to the left. Good, opening up as you inhale. Just thinking navel to spine. You want to keep about thinking about your hips square to the front of your mat. Trying to keep the lower body fairly solid and stable so that you can really feel the twist. Next time you twist over to the left, we'll hold. And again, maybe just staying here or bending the elbows, coming deeper into the twist. Wherever you are, as you're exhaling, think about dropping or releasing your right shoulder, your right rib cage and right shoulder really to the left. So we're trying to kind of drop the rib cage and the shoulder towards the floor or to the left, depending on if your arms are straight or bent. Breathing the whole time. Good, preparing to come out, slowly unwind. We're going to take the twist to the other side. Take your time as you unwind and twist to the right. Sitting nice and tall, keeping the hips square as best you can to the front of your mat. And then we'll find that hip release, find the right ankle, pick up the foot, keep the foot flexed, and just swing it out. Good, and then we'll bring the foot down to the floor in front. Preparing for a nice easy Kranchasana, heron pose. Find some place on your foot, lean back, and then begin to straighten the leg. Again, doesn't have to be straight. It's more about drawing the shoulder blades onto the back of your body. Yep, find your strap if that's more comfortable for you. Really shining the heart open. Good, and then we'll keep a hold of the foot, find the pinky toe side of your right foot, and we'll do that additional little hip release. Good, and we'll bring the foot back down to the floor and come into our little windshield wiper here once more. Notice how the hips feel, low back might feel a little bit more open. And then we'll sit back up, straighten your legs, and give the legs a little pound out. Let's come onto our backs, guys, and have your strap with you. I'm going to come right into Supta Padangusthasana. As you come onto your backs, maybe have a little support under your head. And for a moment, just bending the knees, placing the feet onto the floor and letting your spine settle into the floor. Just being in this position, soften the hips. Softens the front of the body, your hip flexors, your psoas. Good, and once your spine is felt settled and you're ready to move again, find your strap or your scarf or belt, whatever you're using. Wrap it around the arch of your right foot, extending your right foot up towards the ceiling, opening up the back of your right knee to the front of your mat, and bring your strap just in front of your heel. Coming into first variation of hand to big toe pose. Elbows are on the floor, face is nice and relaxed. And really flex your foot, draw your toes towards your heart. You'll feel the back of the leg open up just a little bit more. No tension in your upper body as you create a little bit of resistance with your foot into the strap. Breathing. And then we'll take both ends of the strap into the right hand. Straighten your left leg if it's comfortable for your back. Otherwise, keep your left foot on the floor. And then slowly with control, we're going to open the leg out to the right. Try to keep your left hip nice and grounded. Sometimes it feels good to bring the hand to the hip. Keep flexing your right foot as you open the leg up. And if you start to come off of it and your hip really lifts up, just back out of the pose, re-engage, and then come back into the stretch. Make your yoga a fluid thing. Once you find your fullest expression of hand to big toe pose, second variation. Stay here and breathe. Reach through both feet. Both legs are very, very active. Not just the leg with the strap. Left foot is flexed. If the leg is straight and you're reaching through the bottom of the left foot. Good, let's come back up to center now. Change hands with your strap. And here comes our big twist. On an exhale, coming up and over to the left. Roll under the pinky toe side of your left foot. If your right shoulder comes way off the floor, it's just hanging in space, you can bring your right hand to your hip and give that shoulder a little relief. Those of you guys that want to go to Paris and know what I'm talking about, you can bend the left knee and find the top of your left foot. Otherwise, you're holding in Supta Padangusthasana 3 and really feeling the twist now, guys. On an exhale, turn your left rib cage to the right. Maybe even look to the right, inviting your right shoulder blade to soften more fully to the floor. Good, let's prepare to come out. Inhale, sweep the leg up. Come all the way up. Pause when you get to the top. Let go of your strap. Keep your right foot flexed and reach through your right heel as you slowly lower down. Keep getting longer and longer and longer and longer as you come in for your landing. Let everything go. Nice deep full breath into the right side of your body. Good, let's do the other side. Finding your strap once again, both knees bent, both feet on the floor to set up. Wrapping the strap just in front of your left heel. Extending your left foot up towards the ceiling, opening up the back of your left knee this time to the front of your mat. As we come into this first variation that really addresses the back line of the leg. Elbows are on the floor and you're reaching up into the strap without bringing any tension into the body. Good, and now taking both ends of your strap into your left hand. You can straighten your right leg now if it's comfortable for your back. And then again with control, opening up to the left. Maybe backing out of it if you start to feel the right hip taking flight off the floor. And when you find your fullest expression and extension of the pose, staying here and breathing, reaching through both feet equally. Don't forget about your right leg. If your right foot is on the floor and the knee is bent, you're still engaged. You're pressing your right foot into the floor. Knee is pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Good, let's come back up. Sweep it back up, change hands with your strap, and take it right over to the right now. This time you're rolling onto the pinky toe side of your right foot. Again, optional to go to Paris or just holding here and breathing. As you hold, coming into a deeper twist, on an exhale, turning right rib cage to the left, inviting the left shoulder blade now to soften and release towards the floor. Good, let's sweep it back up on an inhale. Pause when you get to the top. Again, you can let go of your strap here and then slowly with control, really reach through your left heel as you lower down. Flex your foot. No death grip on the strap, guys. Once you come in for your landing, take a nice deep full breath. Whole body, more grounded, longer, fuller breath. Let's draw the knees into the heart now. Hug your knees into your heart. Give yourself a squeeze. Any movement here that feels good. Maybe you roll your boat here, doing some knee circles. And we're going to meet in tabletop pose on hands and knees. So any way you want to get to your tabletop, maybe you rock and roll up, giving the spine a little massage. Maybe you just roll onto a side and come on up to your tabletop. As you make your way into tabletop pose, hands and knees, finding some movement in your spine. So maybe it's a cat-cow, maybe you're coming in and out of child's pose. Just take a minute or so to move here. Preparing for our dynamic cat-cow dog to child's pose flow. Let's all meet in child's pose for a moment. Pause here in a nice stretch and extension through the arms into your side body, spreading your fingers wide. Let's inhale to tabletop. Turn your toes under, find downward facing dog. Moving dynamically to start, come right back down. Find your tabletop on an exhale, child's pose. And we'll keep going here, alternating between downward facing dog and child's pose. You always have the option to just move in and out of child's pose if you want a gentler practice and just skip down dog for now. Moving with your breath. The next time you find your downward facing dog, we'll hold dog pose and breathe, giving you an opportunity to stretch everything out. Maybe you stay in stillness in your dog pose, or maybe you're walking it out, bending one knee and then the other, maybe giving the tail a little wag. Just feel what looks good, what feels good for your dog pose this morning. When you're ready, moving through a vinyasa or two, perhaps, finding your flow. When you feel complete in your vinyasa, whatever form that takes, we'll meet in child's pose and just take a little rest. Take your time. I'm watching everybody. Inhale to fours. On your exhale, downward facing dog, transitioning to the top of our mats. Take a breath or two in down dog before walking your feet up to your hands into your forward fold. Soft knees here in Uttanasana. As you inhale, slide the hands up the legs, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Let's do a few more of these on your own. Each time you exhale, really let the shoulder girdle go, let your head go. No tension in your head and neck. Holding here now in our forward fold. Generous bend in your knees. Feeling a really lovely stretch through the spine, through the head and neck. And then we'll slowly make our way up to standing, walking your hands up your legs, finding your mountain pose, pausing here. Letting the spine settle, feeling your feet into the floor. Let's find our blocks. Finding a half sun salutation, sweeping arms up, inhale. Exhale and let it go, soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift. And then fold. Let's come out and up. Nice deep breath here and release. Halfway and fold. All the way up. Keep going, yogis. Let's do 3 more. Stay present in your movement, in your breath. Don't zone out. We'll meet palms together over heart center, pausing here, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. As you exhale, step your right leg back. Hold here in your lunge for a moment. First lunge. Right foot steps back. Left foot forward. Good. Step it back, downward facing dog. Come forward to plank and either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale. Take it back, down dog. Step the left foot forward into your lunge. Holding here for a moment and breathing. Back foot steps forward, Uttanasana, soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's come all the way up. Palms together. Other side, sweep up, inhale, and fold. Halfway lift. This time the left foot steps back. Hold here in your lunge. We'll meet in downward facing dog, step it back. Come forward to your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Find your flow. Meeting in downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. And the left foot comes forward to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. And release. Come all the way up. Palms together over heart center. We're going to do that one more time. Shoulders relaxed. Inhale and release. Halfway lift. Right foot steps back. Coming into dog pose. Forward to plank. Find your flow. Meeting in down dog. Left foot steps forward. Right foot steps forward to meet the left in your forward fold. Inhale, halfway. And fold. Coming all the way up. Palms together. Shoulders relaxed. Last side, yogis. Inhale. And fold. Halfway lift. This time, left foot steps back. Find your down dog. Come through your flow, whatever form that takes. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. After your 3rd breath, right foot steps forward. Left foot comes forward to meet the right, forward fold. Halfway lift and let it go. Come all the way up. Palms together over heart center, shoulders relax. Awareness into the heart center. Good yogis, release. Separate your feet, swing it out. How we doing? We'll do a nice standing series and then we'll start to transition to our Yoga Nidra practice. Yay! Good, bringing your feet wide distance apart. You guys that are in the studio, you can turn and face the mirrors. I'm gonna just face the camera for everybody at home. Feet are wide distance apart and parallel. Good, turn your left foot in and your right foot out 90 degrees. We're coming into Warrior Two, guys. Virabhadrasana 2, sweep your arms forward, up and out, and then come into Warrior Two. So the hips may be open a little bit more than they normally are because we did some hip work this morning. So make sure your stance is nice and solid. You're tracking your right knee over your right ankle, reaching your pinky toe side of your left foot into the floor. Good, holding here. Turn your right palm up towards the ceiling and let's reverse the pose. Sweep the right arm up, let the left arm release, sink a little deeper into the pose. Keep the legs quiet, back to Warrior Two. Press into the ball of your right foot, straighten your right leg, bring your feet to parallel. Gonna come into the other side right away. Right foot turns in, left foot turns out. Nice and balanced here, arms are out to the sides and relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. Soften your left hip. Come on into your Warrior Two on the other side. Arms are active but not feeling tension. Legs feel strong and solid. Remember that back foot is always your grounding, your stability. Pinky toe side of the left foot is, the right foot is reaching into the floor. Left palm flips up towards the ceiling. Let's reverse the pose. Sink a little bit deeper. Keep the legs quiet, back to Warrior Two. Big stretch for the legs. Press into the ball of your left foot, straighten your left leg. Bring your feet back to parallel. Bring your hands to your hips, and yes, we'll take our forward fold here. Visarta Padottanasana, wide leg, forward fold, let it go. Any position for the arms here. Good, hands will come to the hips, elbows up towards the ceiling. Press into the earth, lift your heart, come all the way up and right into Tadasana. Walk your feet together. Those of you guys in the studios are still facing the mirror. Relax your arms. Close your eyes and rest. Using Tadasana as a tool to settle the body, the breath, and the mind before moving into the next posture. Good. Separate feet once again, wide distance apart and parallel. We're coming back to our right side into Utthita Trikonasana. I forgot to cue blocks. If you like to use a block for triangle pose, grab a block. Bring it to the right side of your mat. or right foot, I should say. Turn your left foot in, turn your right foot out 90 degrees, check your balance, both legs nice and straight. Same rule here, pinky toe side of your left foot is your grounding. Sweep arms forward, up and out. Relax your shoulders, feel nice and tall, and come up and over into triangle. Up and over to the right. Take care of your neck here. If you feel any discomfort in your neck, maybe look down. You can look out over the horizon. The most intense one for the neck is looking up towards the top arm. Take care of your neck and breathe here. Try not to grip your toes. Preparing to reverse our triangle pose. Feel your feet into the floor, press into the earth. Come all the way up, sweep the right arm back up, reverse your pose. Really finding this line of extension from the right hip up through the right fingertips. Get super long here, guys. And then bring both arms parallel once again. Bring your feet parallel, pause here. Breathe. And we'll switch over to the other side. Right foot in, left foot out. Feel nice and grounded, nice and solid. If you're wobbly, walk your left foot out to the left a little bit. As you inhale, extend, exhale, up and over to the left. Finding Utthita Trikonasana here. Taking care of your neck. Finding your breath. Preparing to reverse the pose, feel your feet into the floor, press into the earth, come up and float the left arm up. Again, we're finding this big, big stretch through the left side of the body. Good, arms come back to parallel, feet come back to parallel. Back to our forward fold, hands come to your hips. And take a wide leg forward fold. Maybe change where your arms are this time. Maybe you're doing a meet and greet dog. Maybe you find your big toes with your peace fingers. Bringing symmetry back into your spine after that asymmetrical triangle pose. Good, preparing to come out. Hands come to the hips, elbows up towards the ceiling, press into the earth, lift your heart all the way up. And once again, back into our mountain pose to rest and reset. Relax your arms. Close your eyes. Good yogis, one last series, bringing warrior two and triangle together, separate feet wide distance apart. We'll come into extended side angle pose, left foot in, right foot comes back out 90 degrees. Arms sweep forward, up and out. Good, as you inhale, extend, exhale, come into Virabhadrasana 2. And then we're going to tip into extended side angle. Maybe bring the forearm to the top of the thigh, sweep your left arm up and over. So we find warrior two legs and Utthita Trikonasana in the upper body. Wow. Breathing here. Again, take care of your head and neck. Make sure your right knee is tracking over your right, good day, right ankle. Don't let the knee wing in or wing out. Breathe here. Sink a little deeper. This is our last one. Notice where your legs are. Keep the legs quiet. Warrior two. Good morning. Press into the earth, come on up. Feet come to parallel, coming into the other side right away. Right foot in, left foot out. As you exhale, find Virabhadrasana 2. You might need to separate the feet a little bit. Tracking your left knee over your left ankle. Once you feel solid in Warrior 2, we come into extended side angle and bring triangle into the pose as well. Keep extending into the pinky toe side of your right foot. Remember, that's your stability. Good, preparing to come out. Stay quiet in your legs. Don't come out of it and just float up. Warrior 2. Press into the ball of your left foot, straighten your left leg. Bring your feet to parallel, hands to your hips. Here comes our last wide leg forward fold. Again, any variation that feels good. Walk your fingertips now way out in front into a meet and greet dog. Take a breath in as you breathe out, fingertips. Walk over to the left as you draw your right hip back. So getting a nice side body stretch here. As you inhale, coming back to center. And as you exhale, taking it to the right. Left hip wants to follow. Draw your left hip back. Big, big stretch into the left side of the body. And then we'll keep tippy-toeing to the right until we find our lunge. Right foot forward into your lunge. Pause when you find your lunge. And then take your flow. We'll meet in child's pose if you want to take a couple rounds of your vinyasa. This is going to be our last flow before we switch gears and come into our Yoga Nidra practice. Take your time. When you're ready to rest in your child's pose, finding Balasana, taking some time in your child's pose before beginning to transition to place of support and relaxation for Yoga Nidra. So I'll let you guys prepare for your Yoga Nidra whenever you're ready. I'm gonna just let the front desk know what we're doing and close the doors so that we have a nice quiet studio for us. Good, guys. So make sure you are comfortable and warm, because as we move into the practice, your body will cool off considerably. And even though you may not feel like you need any extra support, another thing that happens in the Yoga Nidra practice is as the body settles, it becomes very sensitive. So even though you may feel comfortable right now, your head might start to bother you. Your low back might bother you a little bit. So maybe giving yourself some support underneath your knees. And we didn't start practice until 5 after 10, 5 after 9. So we're gonna finish about 5 minutes later, so at 10:35. Good. Just taking one more moment to make sure that your body is supremely comfortable. Thank you, Dave. And now close your eyes and quiet your mind. Be still. Let go of any thoughts, worry, or tension. Give yourself fully to a higher power. Relax, trust, and just let go. We'll take a breath in together. Breathe in fully. Fill your body up. And exhale, let it go. And again, inhale fully. And exhale, letting go even more, bringing a deep sense of contentment and peace in your heart. We'll bring the following intention into awareness. I am at peace in the midst of chaos. I am stillness in action. I remain changeless in the midst of change. Bringing your body now into awareness and recognizing your body has been a trusted vehicle, creating accomplishments and contributions to the best of its ability. Now it is time for your body to rest deeply. Now bring your attention to the face. And with your next exhalation, allow all expression to drop from the face. Releasing the tiny muscles around the eyes. Allowing the eyeballs to rest back in their sockets. Tongue resting in the mouth, lower jaw gently softening and easing, simply being available to the entire range of sensations in the face and head. Scalp resting on the skull. Neck softening and easing, even the cheeks release towards the floor. Now drop into a sense of your whole bodily presence, embracing this present moment's experience undistorted by what you like or don't like. Let go of what is going, let come that which is coming. This becomes your connection to Source. Feel your outward attention moving inward. Allowing the commentary of the mind to dissolve into sensation. Once more, adjusting your body in a comfortable position, but do not fall asleep. Throughout this entire period, remaining relaxed and motionless, alert and conscious, staying in touch with my guidance at all times. Allowing any disturbances, whether they're external or internal, to draw you deeper within. In Yoga Nidra, you enter the subconscious pranic field. Let your mind merge and melt into the energy body and go beyond the boundaries of body and mind. Now shift from thinking and doing to feeling and being. Drop into the deepest state of tranquility, stillness, and peace in the third eye, the eyebrow center. Now your consciousness is in direct communication through your energy body. Follow my guidance now as we begin the relaxation breath. On your next inhale, breathe in deeply, filling your lungs from the bottom to the top, as if you're filling a water bottle. As you breathe out, empty your lungs from top to bottom. Inhaling from bottom to top. Exhaling from top to bottom. Let your breath be slow and steady, observing the movement of your abdomen and chest as you breathe. Stay connected to the wonderful feeling of the release of tension and the deep feeling of relaxation. Let this feeling extend to every part of your body. Now slowly deepen your inhalations and exhalations, letting the exhalation be longer than the inhalation, but without struggle. With each breath out, release any tension held in your body and anticipations in your mind. Let go. With each breath in, fill every nerve and cell with pulsating, healing energy. Relax and breathe. Now breathe normally and be still. Bring your total attention to the pulsating energy field felt in the form of sensations in the body. Observe how your attention feeds the expansion of the pulsating energy field. Energy follows attention. Bring your attention back to your eyebrow center. Recognize your deep connection to the original source of life force. The life energy that sustains your life and is an extension of your soul. Drop into that silent space where all doing stops. Enter an effortless state of being. Bring the sensation now of cold to each body part as I name it. Both feet, icy wet. Both knees, biting cold, piercing the skin. Thighs and hips, ice cold, penetrating wet. Abdomen, chest, back, chilled to the very bone. Shoulders, arms, and palms, frigid and shaking. whole body cold, chilled to the bone, wind howling, shivering snow. Swirling, shivering, chattering. Now shift your attention and bring a sense of warmth to the whole body, as if you were sitting in front of a fire. Both feet warm, dry. Both knees glowing with heat from the closeness of the fire. Thighs and hips warm, toasty. Abdomen, chest, and back radiating heat. Shoulders, arms, and palms heavy, throbbing with heat. The whole body radiating heat. Sun beating down. Whole body warm, lying in the sun. Now rest back in neutral awareness. Witness the whole body held in absolute stillness. Sensations, thoughts, images floating by like clouds on a clear blue sky. Letting it all gather and dissipate, come and go. Be the space in which it is all happening. Now bring your intention into awareness. I am at peace in the midst of chaos. I am stillness in action. I remain changeless in the midst of change. I am at peace in the midst of chaos. I am stillness in action. I remain changeless in the midst of change. I am at peace in the midst of chaos. I am stillness in action. I remain changeless in the midst of change. Go deeper into the third eye, the mysterious command center, and let it carry out your intentions, prayers, and affirmations. In the third eye, you are empowered to create what you pray for, visualize, and affirm. Feel your intention is now being assimilated and adopted by all levels of your body and your being. Completely integrated, totally digested, and fully actualized. And at this time, feeling the presence of any guides, mentors, teachers, or family members you feel connected to. You may sense this as a universal force or an energy surrounding you and guiding you. Know that this presence surrounds you always. You can draw on this presence at any time. If there is any guidance to be received at this time, either as a felt sense, words, or images, allow yourself to receive it now. Otherwise, simply rest back in the grace and protection of presence. Recognizing at this time that you have made a major shift in perspective. This shift will enable you to interact with yourself and with the world in a new way. The more often you connect with this new perspective, the more empowered you become to shape and create your own life. You are the creator of your experience of life. Now begin to become aware of the rising and falling of your breath. And so very slowly begin to rise to the surface of awareness. No effort, no doing on your part. Sensing the body as it rests on the floor, the quality of the air as it touches the skin. Gradually you can begin to move as if you're waking from a restful sleep. the impulse is to remain still, then do so. Take your time. Do not hurry. When you feel ready and it gets comfortable for your body, you can bend your knees, place your feet onto the floor, and come onto your side to rest. Take your time. Letting the knees move up towards the heart so that the belly can be soft and relaxed. Bring our intention into awareness one last time this morning. I am at peace in the midst of chaos. I am stillness in action. I remain changeless in the midst of change. Every time you find yourself in reaction, you are empowered to replace it with your intention. Now you can gradually move and begin to sit up with your eyes closed. Again, take your time. Continue to stay deep in this inner experience. Regardless of what you recognize that has or has not changed, know that something deep within has shifted to connect you with your intention. Becoming aware of your body and bringing a deep sense of peace and contentment with you as you bring awareness back into the body. And just notice how relaxed the body is, how soft the breath is, how silent the mind is. How quiet the heartbeat is. Be still and be grateful. Know that you can easily enter here again and again. And gradually now open your eyes and come back. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, yogis. I'm going to turn you guys around so you can see the gang. Hopefully I don't drop the computer. It would not be good. There we go.
Thanks, Joan.
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Joan. That was great.
Glad you enjoyed it. Bye, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye, Ann. Bye, Karen.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Joan.
you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, Molly. Thanks, Heather. Thanks,
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Marie.
Bye.
Joan, I have a question for you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I was wondering if you can repeat those 3 sentences again. I just want to write them down. I love them so much.
You want me to email
So I know
I'll email it to everybody.
that would be perfect. Thank you so much. I absolutely love that. So
Oh, I'm
thank
so
you.
glad. Good. Good. I'll send it to everybody. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye, Terry. Bye, Liddy. You look so cozy back there. I can see your pigtails in the silhouette of the window. See you guys.